Hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Irish Fantasy Punts. Dan, Jamie, Shane with you for another week of fantasy football. Say hello, guys.
What's crack, kids?
Howdy, buddies.
Your intro wasn't very energetic there, Jamie. Mine was very shouty, and yours came in nice and low.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, can we go again?
Making the audio very nice and annoying. How was your fantasy weeks? Any good trades?
Shut up.
Are you saying that now? You won, Dan. That's the only reason you're bringing that up. You know, no one cares.
Like you just got
cares.
Pacheco for Hunt, and you were trying to give me James Conner for fucking Derrick Henry. You're like, go away.
It was James Conner and Devonta Smith.
Yeah,
at least
the shitter of the two Eagles receivers. I really want him.
Would it be terrible if I said that's not a bad trade?
Yeah, it would be terrible. Obviously, it's a terrible trade.
I didn't think
James Conner, man.
Yeah, he'd probably
James Conner will be replaced next year. He will not. He'd be gone. Like Derrick Henry is still going to be Derrick Henry. Probably Derrick Henry on a new team next year.
Do you think Derrick Henry will move and get a full workload? I think he might move into a timeshare next year.
No, I think he'll go in probably under that. That'll probably be what they'll do. But he's coming in now to play. Like he's not playing as much as this year as what he has previous years. Like so, it'll be really no different. I'd say it'd be like Aaron Jones kind of situation. Maybe like AJ Dillon still comes in a fair bit there, but instead of Aaron Jones getting replaced on the goal line, Derrick Henry will just still have those snaps. Be third downs that Derrick Henry comes out for.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless it's third and short.
I think you just love the man too much, to be honest. Like I think you're blind about love.
He's a legend, man. Dude is like 6'4", 250 or 60 pounds, and he can run like the full length of the pitch so fast. It's ridiculous.
You see that Aaron Jones comparison is fantastic because I'm the exact same with Aaron Jones on my team. I can't leave him. It's like he's like my captain. You know, like he's just there for spirit. That doesn't win you fantasy matches. So that's the problem.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry does win you matches by himself. He hasn't been fantastic this year. But like
Aaron Jones won it last, so
Clutchbox just came straight into the chat.
Getting the questions going early this week.
Yes.
Hey.
Smashed it, man.
I actually thought about that trade as I was watching the football this week. So for anyone on the audio version, CMC was traded for Bijan and Austin Eckler last week by one of our listeners, and I spent all week thinking about it as I was watching the games. It's working out well.
Yeah.
Well
good
done.
man, Clutchbox.
Well done, Clutchbox.
Takes a set of balls to make the trade.
Like that.
Unless it's like the trades that I receive where it's Kareem Hunt for Pacheco, so you hit smash.
Shut up, Dan. Nobody cares about it's the same guy in our league every year trades the stupid stuff. Shut up.
Incredible. And like Jalen Warren sitting there looking to trade him off, like
would you shut up as well?
What?
Nobody's going to trade for Jalen Warren. He's ass.
He's not ass. Jalen Warren's actually doing quite good.
Just because he scored a touchdown this week. Without the touchdown, what was he? I'll give you a hint. It's got an A and two S's.
2 weeks.
Here, I have a quick game for you before we get into the matchups, right?
Is it called ass or not?
Ass or not? Well, this player definitely is not ass. So the question is, can you guess the player? He's the 14th overall player. We played a different game last week. We played the game we put the the
Gee.
football players into Pixar movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
remember, we failed dramatically. So
Yeah, it really did. Yeah.
new game.
Okay, so this player is the number 14 overall fantasy players in every position. Okay.
But
Whenever you
this year,
have a guess, you can shout it out, but I'll keep going with the hints.
like this year.
Yeah, overall this year, he is the number 14 player. He scored the 14th highest amount of points out of all positions.
Oh,
He
out of
had-
all positions, not in all positions. I was like, well, it has to be Taysom Hill then. It's like he's the only one who plays all positions.
He scored 6 touchdowns in 4 games. So 6 total in 4 games. He obviously hasn't played for just 4 games, but he scored in 4 games he's played in, and he scored 6 touchdowns.
Achan?
One more hit. Who?
Achan?
Nope, not
No.
Achan. So he currently has 73 receptions on the year for 895 yards.
AJ Brown.
Nope.
Hmm.
He's normally part of a wide receiver duo, but the other receiver got injured this season. Now he's getting all the work.
Ooh,
I'm trying to think now.
yeah. Keenan
I was-
Allen.
Keenan Allen, boom.
Ah, yes. Yes. Well done.
Anyone watching that or listening back and be like screaming at it, it's Keenan Allen, you idiots.
You tick bastards.
Let's start the matchups then.
Oh, we're not doing studs and duds, no?
Fox doesn't does. It's Friday.
The 1 week Dak is a good week, huh? The 1 week Dak is a good week. Actually, he's had 3 or 4 now.
Call out your stud there. Go on, so.
No. It's okay. I don't have to do that. But poor old Jamie won't even get to do kicker of the week, man.
Yeah. And it was actually a good week for kickers too. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was a good week for
Yeah,
kickers,
yeah.
Jamie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Dan won because of his kicker.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. 21 points.
Disgusting things that happen.
You give me 2 seconds now and I will get my kicker.
All right, you keep talking about your kicker there, and I'll just line up the next matchup, and you can hop in. So the
You
first
do that,
matchup we're going to talk about is Dallas at Carolina. Who's your kicker, Jamie?
It's
Who's
actually
your kicker? It's your kicker.
Yeah. Jason Myers, who single-handedly defeated me with like 2 minutes left in the clock.
Oh.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Clutchbox was there before you there, lads. He got Keenan Allen. You guys are idiots. He's smart.
Well, I got there at least.
But I was hardly going to come after you, like.
I don't
Okay.
know. You're not really giving yourself a load of fucking fame here, Jamie.
We just bring Clutchbox off there if you love him so much, huh?
Well, you should get a mwah mwah mwah. You should get one of them then. That soundboard needs upgraded. Yeah.
Well, I never got my carousel music, so you know.
Yeah. Why didn't you use that in the first place? That seems like the logical one to use.
Yeah, no, use that in yourself.
Yeah,
It's
you
hard when
tick-
you're under pressure. You know?
What
Gotta get
pressure?
around the soundboard quick.
We're sitting at home talking bollocks about fantasy. It's a good time. There shouldn't be pressure.
I'm running a live stream here. I'm trying to keep it moving. So our quarterbacks for Dallas at Carolina. You're rolling with Dak anyway. There's no one I want to play above Dak at this stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, yeah.
He finally
Yeah,
came good since
motoring.
what week 6? Hasn't had a week under 20 points since week 6. Actually, since week 8, hasn't had a week under 30 points. So
Tony Pollard has just disintegrated.
Yes.
yeah, what I don't know. Like it, I know you don't watch all the Cowboys games in full. I do, and they're not a running team anymore. It's just completely. It's just that we're a passing team now. That's it. Just throw the ball.
There's no other
CD
option.
catches it, and that's it. He's had like 190 yards and 10 catches in the last like 4 or 5 or 3 games or something, or 4 games. It's something insane.
But even Brandon Cooks had a good game last week. Would you play Brandon Cooks in this game then?
Yeah, I probably would actually.
I don't know. I think last week was a bit of an outlier because the Giants are so shit. I know the Panthers are fairly crap too, but I don't know. They put up that many points on them.
Do you want me to get the stats on what they're ranked? The old Panthers.
Yeah.
You keep talking amongst yourselves there if you want to move on. So, would you play? Oh, we have a question, do we? Need a running back upgrade for the playoffs. Do you think I need fleeced? Traded Diggs and Connor for Gibbs and Pittman. I think that's very even.
Yeah.
As in, like, Stephon Diggs, like, we're going Stephon Diggs on a level with Pittman.
No. I'd probably stick with Gibbs and or Diggs and Connor there. Like, I think it's the unknown with Gibbs as well. I think, you know.
Yeah, like I think in a keep, like if it's keeper or if it's dynasty, Gibbs and Pittman is the clear winner. But if it's Diggs and if it's just a one-off, I'd rather have Diggs and Connor, I think.
Yeah, I would.
This trade's already happened, so traded Diggs and Connor. Like, I don't think he got fleeced. I think I'd prefer to have Diggs and Connor, though, but I don't think he got fleeced by any means.
Yeah, I don't think it's as one-sided as that. You know, like the Bills are really struggling at the moment until they get their shit together. You know, like Pittman's probably nearly a better option.
Yeah, maybe getting rid of Stephon Diggs might have been a good thing, actually, Jamie. Now that you said that, because I just popped into my head. Didn't he call out Josh Allen after the game the other night?
Yeah.
So that's not exactly a good situation for the Bills there at the minute. So is it?
No, they're in free fall. Like they're not doing well.
Oh yeah.
So Clutchbox has come back in and said he got Diggs for Carr, Sutton, and James Cook. He's happy to take Diggs.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. So Sutton's starting to get a bit of trade value around him there now. Russell Wilson seems to be finding him a lot more, and he seems to be consistently kind of getting over that 12, 14 points kind of in around there every week, doesn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, he just catches a load of touchdowns. All the time he's catching touchdowns.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the other matchup. So would you play Brandon Cooks this week? Will we decide on that?
I personally would. I think they're going to probably put up 30 or 40 again this week, I'd say, on the Panthers.
I personally wouldn't. I'm just not there yet with him. I think if he could still be on the waivers. If he is, I would pick him up. But I personally wouldn't play him yet.
Guys, I'm having a hard time trading away Barkley. I've tried Barkley for Taylor, Barkley for Dak and Swift, Barkley at Hawkinson for Walker and Laporta, all rejected. Someone sent me a trade of...
No, up one, Dad.
Up one, sorry. Trade Barkley and Hawkinson for Taylor. And Diggs.
Up one more.
Then give me Ferguson and Swift for my Hawkinson, and then giving me Adams, Swift, and Ferguson for my Hawkinson, Metcalf, and Prescott. I have Hurts in a standard. Don't know what to do.
That's a lot. Where are we going here?
Yeah. Maybe we start from the top.
Yeah,
I've traded Barkley for Taylor, tried to trade Barkley for Dak and Swift, Barkley for Hawkinson for Walker and Laporta.
No, that's where I got confused. Barkley and Hawkinson for what? Once Barkley disappeared out of him, we were talking about Hawkinson. I thought the trade was Barkley for Hawkinson, and then Hawkinson was trying to be traded for. I got confused.
Someone sent me a trade of them giving me Ferguson and Swift for my Hawkinson. Whoa, if you get Ferguson and Swift for Hawkinson,
for Hawkinson, yeah, take that all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferguson
and then look, go on.
And then them giving me Adams, Swift, and Ferguson for my Hawkinson and Metcalf, and Prescott. I have Hurts in a standard. Don't know what to do. Jeez, if you could, I wouldn't be bothered getting Adams and Swift and Ferguson. If I could do just Ferguson and Swift for Hawkinson, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
I'm very
be
happy
taking
with
Adams with Aidan O'Connell at quarterback. Like I don't see the value.
And
I
Dak
get
has
he's
the
probably the
best
best receiver in the league at the minute with JJ out, but like I'm just without a good quarterback, it's very hard to justify picking up Adams and doing a 3-for-3 with Adams.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, and like I suppose back to our matchup, like Ferguson there, I think he's probably the wide receiver too in that team at this point. You know, he seems to be putting up really good points. I think he's ahead of Cooks. You know.
Yeah, and it's a massive advantage having like a top tier tight end, and like you're getting rid of a slightly better one in Hawkinson for Ferguson, but you're gaining Swift, like, and that's a serious running back there. Like,
Yeah, totally. I'd do that. I suppose that doesn't help his Barkley situation, is it?
no, but I suppose if you want to get rid of Barkley, Swift puts him onto the bench for you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
People are questioning Barkley and Hawkinson for Taylor and Diggs. They obviously think the Taylor and Diggs side is too strong for Barkley and Hawkinson. If you got the trade through, that's not really your issue, though, is
That's
it?
not your
Yeah,
problem,
no,
right?
yeah.
Somebody makes a decision on that. Fair enough.
Yeah, I take the Taylor Diggs side of that all day long.
Yeah. So I don't think that's that one-sided either.
No, it's not. No, it's a nice trade. No, but I would slightly come out on top with the Taylor Diggs side. That'd be where I'd stand with it.
I think that's fair, like.
Yeah, I can see like people can get pissed off about collusion and stuff. Well, it's not collusion; it's a trade. People get pissed off when one side wins the trade, but it's not your fault. It's like the league can't veto on that.
Go on, mention Pacheco again. Go on.
Then I thought about, I don't know, I give Barkley, Olave, and Hawkinson for Henry and Devonta Smith to pair up with Hurts and Kincaid. Yeah, I would trade Barkley, Olave, and Hawkinson for Henry and Devonta Smith. Would you guys do that?
I think you need a tight end in there somewhere.
Yeah, he goes on to say about Kincaid there though, but like, is Kincaid part of that trade then, or what? Or is you just? I take it they just have Kincaid on the bench or something. Then is it?
You could probably run with Kincaid, but like, the Bills are, as I said there, the Bills are struggling. Like, it depends if they get their shit together. Like,
yeah.
I think if that's the trade, I would say I would be keeping Hawkinson. Like,
yeah, it's a tough one. That I think I lean with you a little bit there, Jamie. Though. Next question. Just lost Andrews got offered Allen and Laporta for Herbert, Nico. Is that worth? Not sure about Allen or Herbert rest of season. Herbert's been playing well enough though. Just lost Andrews got offered Allen and Laporta for Herbert and Nico. Give me Allen and Laporta personally. You guys?
Yeah, I think I take Allen and Laporta there. Yeah, I know Allen is struggling at the minute, but you would bank on Allen coming back. Like, he's not going to be like he's never been terrible since he's come into the league. Like, he's always been one of the top quarterbacks. I think definitely take Allen Laporta. Laporta's a stud as well.
Yeah, totally.
He's here. I'm back. Sorry, had a slight technical difficulties there.
Every week.
We have a feedback loop and we have no idea where it is, so I'm trying to figure out where it is.
No.
We go.
Yeah, it's there now. So
I've unplugged the mic and put it back in, so it's not coming from my end anyway. I don't think.
I'll keep playing as we go through the matchups. So we were on Dallas, but we're gonna just go straight through with CD anyway. There's no real questions there. Carolina, do you have any interest in anyone anymore, or is everything dead to you on that side?
Yeah, you can flex Thielen still, I would say, but I like he's moving down to the bench soon enough if he doesn't have a good week.
yeah, he's a flexible option, but that's about it. Like he's very slowly running out of it.
Next matchup, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. This is a nasty matchup now. Kenny Pickett versus DTR.
Yeah, defenses are going to eat.
Yep. Play all your defenses here.
Yeah, that's his straight up there. I don't think there's any, like, even the likes of Najee Harris that he's coming off 2 good weeks. I don't want to play Najee Harris against the Cleveland Browns defense. I don't want to do that.
No, I don't think so. There probably isn't a lot to play here, really. Like, you know, like, can you even go like Deontay Johnson? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't see much value along here. Maybe if you want to throw in like the likes of, I don't know, Njoku maybe for tight end. He's had a couple of half decent tight end weeks. Amari Cooper at home, maybe is he going to have something to do? I don't know.
He's had a couple of good weeks, to be fair. Amari Cooper, so he's definitely available now.
The whole Ford and Hunt thing, I don't know where to go with it.
It seems like it's still Ford.
Yeah, there's not much in the difference between the two of them, really. Though when you look at it, is like you're talking 2 points between them last week, and not even a point between them the week before. It seems to be getting very 50-50. Like,
yeah.
Other than that, I kind of have zero interest there.
Yeah, I think it's a fair point. There isn't much here, though. Like, there really isn't.
No.
You probably play Amari Cooper.
The kickers.
Do you know what? Yeah.
that's where the kickers and defense is where the points are going to come from for me.
Yeah, Dustin Hopkins, 100%. So he's actually absolutely thriving on the really shit offense.
Yep. One of the only good things in my team.
Shall we move on?
Yeah. Let's go to the Bears Lions game there. Justin Fields back in. What do you think about Fields, Jimmy, this week? So
I surely have to fire him straight back in there. But
I traded for him, and I think I am. Yeah, Dan, we speak again.
You can hear me now, can you?
Yeah, we got you now, buddy. Hey.
I was talking for ages.
Yeah, we did not hear anything. Then we eventually saw you.
Talking away to myself in the live stream.
Anything nice to round up on the Bears and the Steelers, Dad? So
I was literally asking Shane, was he going to play Fields straight off the injury?
I think I will throw him back in straight away. I think Howell has done well for me since I got him in, but I think I don't have room on my team. The Saints defense is out. I need a new defense, and the rest of the players all have some sort of trade value on my bench, so I don't want to get rid of any of them just in case. So Sam Howell, I think nobody's going to come in and trade for Sam Howell, but it looks even though he's having a really good year.
He's quarterback 3, Sam Howell. So you're playing Fields over Sam Howell?
I probably will, man. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with Fields, you've more of he's more of a boom, isn't he? Like, I'm okay. Like, the year's gone so bad as it is already for me. It's just like, yeah, like I may as well just go for boom rather than the solid kind of 20 points the Howl is going to get. Like,
Do you know who Washington are playing this week?
I haven't actually looked yet. No.
They're playing the Giants.
Oh God, no! I'm not dropping Sam Howell. Not this week.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to drop someone else.
We're not playing Fields.
No. Fields is definitely staying on the bench this week.
Yeah.
And I've Khalil Herbert as well to come off of IR probably this week or next week. So it'll be interesting to see who I'm going to get rid of because everyone has kind of been doing well on my bench.
I don't think I bothered too much about the Bears running back to be honest about.
John performance been good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, you really want to just still feel right playing Deontay Foreman every week.
Well,
I think Herbert is better. So when Herbert comes back in, like he's surely like if they keep running the same types of plays and stuff, Herbert can make more with the snaps, surely.
You'd imagine so.
The question on Fields: should fail Fields over Lawrence, or does Geno, Russ, or Baker sound better? So let's see who Lawrence has.
I think Fields. I think they're probably going to try protect him a little bit in the first game, but I think out of all of them, Fields is the sexiest play, isn't it?
He is, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to play Trevor Lawrence against Tennessee? Tennessee are a pretty good defense as well.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing Trevor Lawrence against Tennessee. Geno, he's struggled to get above 15 points. That's just losing you a week. Russ, you don't know what's going to happen, do you? It's like, it's entertaining, but it's just, it's not really viable yet. Baker probably is the next best option. Baker's been kind of solid, but I don't like him.
Yeah, I never liked playing Baker.
I think what killed it though with Baker was I think it was the second year he was in the league. Everybody had him for like 2-3 games, never wanted him again because he threw like 4 picks every game. It was like, I hate this man.
DJ Moore, would you look his way this week, Jamie?
Yep, 100%. Load him up. I think if he is back now, like Moore's value wasn't that appreciated without Fields. So I think if he is back, it's sure to be much better now.
And then Cole Kmet's been kind of solid at the tight end position, so you're probably just going to roll with him anyway.
Yeah, I think you're fine now with Fields back. I think you can kind of feel a little bit better about playing a lot of those kind of Bears receivers. I think you'd be happy enough.
And then Gibbs and Montgomery, they're just straight ahead. Go with it.
Yeah, there's just seem to be a jewel now, don't they? Like that's Gibbs now 3 weeks over 20 points. They surely won't pinch him this time.
He says that praying. He's definitely going to the bench, man. There's no way they're not. They've done it twice already this year. Montgomery is going to come back in, and Gibbs is going to get like 10% of the touches.
He got 24.7 in our league. He had like 23 of those points in the first half. So imagine my face when I'm watching the second half of that match. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Go to my most popular video. Says, do I trade Garrett Wilson away for Devonta Smith in non-PPR league? Yeah, yes. I did trade.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Dallas Goedert's gone as well, so Devonta Smith will be getting more work.
Yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button as well and the little bell so you get a notification when we come online.
You're learning.
I'm learning. Like AI. Need to get a little bell chime now for my soundboard.
Not now. We're doing the podcast. Do it on your own time.
Like when I'm sitting at home with my hobbies, just go and get bell chimes for you guys.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have hobbies.
That's not bad.
Yeah. That's Sonic, man. Don't try to be cheap with us. We know what Sonic is.
Are we done with the Detroit? Do you want to talk about Amon Ra? We're all right with that. Everyone
I
knows.
think that's straightforward, isn't it? Tight end, wide receiver. You know who you are, and you are playing there. There's no real question, is there?
No,
Let's talk about the Packers, who are now worse than the Cardinals, Jamie.
Yeah.
don't really want to talk about the Packers. Yes. Yeah,
Cardinals.
It's going to be a bad week.
I was doing my best to try and see if I could put like a trade together for Eckler, and it's just like because Eckler in this game could score 40 to 50 points easily.
Yeah, but this is the week where you have someone like Gibbs there that you could move. He's had 2-3 big weeks now. Try move Gibbs for him, package him with someone else. Like,
I don't want to move Gibbs.
yeah, but see, that's the problem. You're not willing to
my
give
problem.
up anything good to get someone good.
Well, why
Stop being
wouldn't
a
it
cheap fuck and pay the fucking price.
Why wouldn't you just take Jalen Warren? I just don't understand.
If I could reach through this TV and punch you,
It makes no sense.
fuck's sake.
Anyway, back to our podcast.
Cheap bastard. Just pay the price.
Don't have that much to pay. I need a wide receiver more. That's why.
I have plenty of those.
Yeah, I wish you know this.
Yeah, but that's why you give me Jamar Gibbs for like 2 or 3 wide receivers. I'd be like, yeah, don't bother. Here, have them.
Anyway, the match.
Yeah. Well, just load up the main guys off the Chargers, really, isn't it? That's what we're going with here. Even down as far as maybe Everett or Parham.
I think so, yeah. Well, it's not that tie in. It's just a bit of bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a nightmare situation. It's just getting as bad as the Patriots.
Yeah.
Anyone outside of Keenan Allen at the wide receiver position either. So basically, just playing Herbert and Keenan Allen.
You're very low there, then.
Yeah, messing with levels here in the background.
Oh, okay.
I'll whack it right back up for you, Shane.
Kid, professional.
Yeah. What a dick.
I have a serious job here, lads. I have to fucking go over a soundboard. I have to look at the levels. I have to fucking move the podcast on because you talk shite, you know.
Yeah, but we're only filling time because you have an echo in the background. You're trying to fix it. Shut up.
I don't even know if this echo's on my end. This could be somewhere over your fucking Tipperary end day.
It's not. It's only when you talk.
It comes when you talk as well.
Well, I can only hear it when you talk.
Unless it's Jamie's fucking headset turned up too loud, and that's why we're hearing ourselves echo. We don't hear Jamie
That's
echo.
what my head says. That's noise cancelling.
Yeah, so everything but you is cancelled. Kenneth Walker or A-Chain rest of the season? A-Chain.
Yeah.
A-Chan even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A-Chan has more points being injured for the last fucking 5 weeks than Kenneth Walker does.
I don't know about that now. Kenny Walker's he had a bad, and even he's been bad now last week, wasn't he? But he's close enough to him, let's say, is he?
No, we'll get the stats up for you here quickly. So let's find where the Seahawks are. Who are the Seahawks playing this week?
He's RB7 on the season, Kenny Walker.
Yeah, go look at A-Chan.
I can't find Miami. And Miami on a bye. That's why I can't find him.
Miami playing against the Vegas Raiders. So let's get A-Chan up. He's not even on the fucking list because he's not back from injury yet.
He's on the list.
This week, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's the RB24, man. A-Chan is the RB24.
Oh, sorry. This is since week 3 I heard this stat.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, bud.
Oh, but if you take out the first 3 weeks when he wasn't playing.
He played week 3.
How much did he score in week 3?
50.
I still can't find A-Chan on this list.
50, 25, 20, nothing.
He got injured.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want A-Chan over Kenny Walker.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. Well, no, I probably want Kenny Walker. I just want the consistency, man. The man hasn't been hurt. That's got to count for something. Achan coming back off of it.
Nah, I want Achan. Give me the explosive player.
I want Achan too, yeah. Charbonnet looks like he's coming into that team a bit more as well. Like
He's getting higher snap percentages, but no snaps. It's a bit strange. But anyway. The Green Bay side of this game, Aaron Jones, I'm happy to play. Won't have any issues there. But no receivers, please.
No, it's just a shit show. It's an absolute shit show.
What about
Musgraves is a streamable tight end. I don't know if you need one, but I wouldn't be depending on them. Like, it's just not good in Green Bay.
Yeah, well, we can move on to Arizona, Houston then. Anyway, Arizona have become a very nice little option for fantasy players.
They were quite good, to be fair to on Sunday. They were not a bad little team at all. Like, Trey McBride there now, if he continues that kind of pace, he's up there at the top tight ends, you know?
Yeah, the only thing is when Zach Ertz comes back, we could have a bit of an issue here, but let's hope Zach Ertz doesn't come back in the regular season. Not that the Cardinals are making the playoff.
When's Ertz supposed to be back?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, as we say here, but yeah, it doesn't matter. But for the time being, load him up. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go Kyler anyway. The probably interesting question is, who would you play over Kyler? Are you going to play Jared Goff against Chicago?
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would.
Shane's been frozen and had to get in there quickly. So, lower than that. Would you play, Sam Howell against the Giants?
Oh, Howell, yeah.
So then the line probably is Justin Fields. Then would you play him against Detroit or Kyler Murray?
That's just a toss-up. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'd probably go Kyler Murray. I think he's a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Don't both speak at once there.
I didn't hear what you said.
Or CJ Stroud above all of those quarterbacks then?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Definitely. If you see CJ Stroud now, you're starting him every week.
That was just my can of Coke opening in the background. It's not a beer, I swear.
Friday. It's Friday.
James
we
Conner,
are sensible to the water.
Vodka.
just raw vodka.
Mine is not. It specifically says Irish spring water.
Vodka. Potato vodka.
That's called poutine.
Yes, but our American listeners probably don't know what poutine is.
Yeah, well, they should learn. It's fantastic. Or they just call it moonshine.
How do they make moonshine? Do they make it with potatoes as well?
I don't know. I think so.
No idea.
Yeah.
We're going well off topic here.
We're getting through the important issues, Jamie.
Yeah, this is why we don't do the podcast on a Friday.
Fine work, my boy. You've done it.
Good input. James Conner. Who are we playing James Conner over? You're going to play him over Devin Singletary in this matchup?
Yeah, I think you do, yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting one. James Conner or Saquon Barkley against Washington when Saquon has no quarterback to move and get first downs.
I got James Conner.
To Saquon like normal or James Conner? Is that the question? Basically the same thing. No?
They can move the ball though. Like they can't move the ball at all anymore.
It's not really the quarterback been the issue. Their offensive line got torn apart. It's like
they can't even pass anymore. So it's like literally stack the box.
they couldn't before.
Now they definitely can't. Like now there's not even a chance for first down.
It really is at the point where any one of us would have been a decent option for the Giants because
Poor DeVito, man.
Well, it's not his fault. Like, as I say, he just every time he gets the ball, it's just like, oh shit.
No, I think I would just stick with Saquon. Just like you're not going to bench Saquon for James Conner. Realistically, come on.
I would, yeah,
You're
probably.
not going to do that.
Yeah.
If they're both on your team, you're telling me you would bench Connor. You can't even trade away Jamar Gibbs. Shut up.
I'm sorry, Jamar Gibbs. I want him. he's one of my keepers. Like,
Hollywood Brown, it's been crap. Are you going to roll the dice?
No, he's on the bench now.
yeah,
Tyler did just miss him on a touchdown throw last week, but
Yeah, but he still wouldn't have even broke the 10 points. He would have because of the yardage, but just breaking the 10 points barely with a touchdown. I don't want the touchdown dependent receiver when there's enough good ones around the league this year.
Trey
Yeah.
McBride straight in. No questions on Trey.
Yeah,
100.
100%.
yeah.
The other side of the ball, then, do you want to play Devin Singletary, or is this dependent on whether Damian Pierce is in?
Yeah, I think
it depends on Pierce. Yeah.
I'd agree.
Cool.
Yeah,
Play
Damian.
Singletary if Pierce is out, essentially. And if Pierce is playing, don't play. There's no point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then the receivers, Nico, Tank Dell, straight back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you roll with Tank Dell this week, even if Nico is back in playing. Like just in case he's not at 100%, there's a snap count or something. Tank Dell is still a safe play this week.
And then just keep rolling with Dalton Schultz. Arizona are good against the tight end, but you're not going to bench him at this stage, are you? Like he's been on a roll.
No.
Yeah, and if Nico is still slightly hurt, he's going to take up a lot of the offense as well.
Do you see we have a Friday game next week?
Oh, Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Do we?
Yeah,
We have
Thanksgiving.
Thursday and Friday games next week, yeah. It's like Friday at like 8 p.m. our time. It's pretty good, I think.
Oh,
Who's playing?
That's a good question. I was only looking because I'm not going to see any games next week at all, obviously, because I'm in the Middle East. But let's see what the NFL schedule is for next week.
Dolphins and the Jets.
You're an Arklow.
Jeez, that's a cool one. Isn't it?
I was trying to get my geography right. I was going west, and then I was like, "Oh wait, wrong side of the country. Go back, go back."
He's in Longford, mate.
Jets Dolphins, yeah, Friday at 8 o'clock our time. Well, that's like what 3 p.m. on the East Coast of America, isn't it?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
5 hours behind
Yeah,
there.
Why are they having a Friday game at that time? Like,
This is Thanksgiving.
oh, sure, they have the Friday off as well, don't they? But I've
Yeah.
never seen them do a game on Black Friday.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, what time is the Cowboys game? That's usually late in the evening. It's 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, isn't it?
I think you're the early game this. Oh no, you're the middle game this year. You're at
Yeah,
halftime.
they're never the early one.
Yeah, Lions Packers is the early game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Lions are always first, then the Cowboys. Who is there a game on after that again? Then
Yeah, Seahawks 49ers.
that's not until 1, is it?
Yeah, it's one
our
our time.
time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got distracted. Tennessee at Jacksonville. Will Levis, Levi's, whatever it's Nana Eater against Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a massive, massive disappointment this season, isn't he?
Tell me about it.
Can't play him. Like he's gone. He's on the waiver wire.
Oh yeah, no, I got rid of him.
Yeah.
So then it's your running back options. Then you're just playing Henry and ETN. We're moving on swiftly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Receiving options. Do you want to play any of the Jacksonville receivers? Do you want to roll that dice?
Not really. Kirk, if you have Kirk, you could chance flexing him or wide receiver 2, D-Hop as well. If you want to take the chance that Levis is going to have another big game with him, he missed him twice for 2 big touchdowns in the last game. If D-Hop gets them, we're having a different conversation this week about him. But it's just, it looks like it's going to be a lot of jump balls thrown D-Hop's way. It's going to be long, 40, 50-yard throws. If he catches them, he's extremely relevant. If he doesn't, we're just trying to say it's boom or bust, basically.
It's the same as the Hollywood argument. It's like you can probably find a more stable option somewhere else. This game's very quick. Don't need to really talk about much there at all. Vegas at Miami. Tua is a fire up anyway. There's no real questions there.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you I could ask you want to play Jared Goff against Chicago or Tua in this game?
Tua probably here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's close enough, but I'd lean Tua as well. Jacobs starts, and then Mostert and Achane. You're not benching either of those if they're playing like.
No, the two of them are
No, probably not. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill and Waddle. Just go for it again.
Yeah.
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 Geez, this week's very quick. Lads, drop questions in the chat there for trades because the actual matchups this week are very straightforward. There's nothing really to talk about.
Yeah, Myers and Adams. I don't know what Aidan O'Connell. Do you trust either of the two of them? Adams gets in with it just been Adams, but I think Myers falls off to the bench at this point, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think Myers is a bit fucked now with O'Connell in that early kind of season production he was doing. It's kind of gone. I think Adams is the boy there now. Like,
I would agree with you, boys.
The one thing Jimmy G gave you was there was two wide receiver options on that team that you could easily play every week, and without him, it's just Adams and Adams by the skin of his teeth, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a wide receiver too, kind of esque.
Yeah,
we're flying, lads. We're absolutely flying. We're on to the Giants at Washington, and this one will be quick as well.
Yeah, don't play anyone on the Giants. Play anyone you can off of Washington. Done. Next game, Tampa Bay.
There actually is. We do have a couple of questions in this game. So
do we?
We did touch on it with Saquon. So like we argued over Saquon over Connor. So we can probably find a different line here. Like if you have Saquon versus Brian Robinson, they're both on your team. Are you benching Saquon for Brian Robinson?
Yeah, well, Brian Robinson is playing good enough that you would be, yeah.
I think you would, yeah.
Say you have someone, I'm trying to find like a fringe kind of running back here who you would be looking at. You have Jerome Ford and Cleveland Browns are playing Pittsburgh. Would you look, I personally wouldn't do this now. Would you look at benching Barkley for Jerome Ford?
No,
I couldn't do that.
I know Barkley only got 6 points last week, but like the Washington's defense without Chase Young and without Montez Sweat isn't as good. So the line that he has to get through to get to that second level, it's not as tough. Like so, Barkley this week, I would expect him to have a much better week this week against Washington. I think Washington will win it handily, but I think Barkley is going to be their only option. Like it's going to be all Barkley in the offense.
You've just no boom factor. Like you have a steady floor, but there's absolutely no boom to him.
No, and I don't see there been a massive boom, but like I would still think Barkley could. There's a better chance of Barkley getting 20 points than James Conner getting 20 points. Now there's a better chance of James Conner getting 10 points than there is of Barkley getting 10 points.
I think what we'll have from Barkley is like 8 to 12 points for the rest of the season. I just don't see him ever getting above 8 to 12 anymore. I think he'll just get to that because he'll have so many touches. But I don't see it. Like I think the 20 points are gone because I just don't see the Giants scoring. Brian Robinson is straight in because he's been a beast. Terry McLaurin will be happy enough with, I would imagine. Would you play Terry McLaurin or DJ Moore? The Bears have Chicago. Sorry, Chicago have Detroit.
Are you playing Terry McLaurin?
I dare go DJ Moore, to be honest. But I think for the matchup alone, probably is McLaurin. So you probably want to know that this kind of him.
Dotson had a goose. Is he benched then for this game?
Yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah,
said
he
it last week not to jump in on Dotson.
And I did it anyway.
Yeah.
Logan Thomas.
Yeah.
He's-
Look,
yeah.
I think he'd be fine. You know,
He's been consistent. That's the
Your
word, isn't
combined
it?
enthusiasm really makes me think that, it's just, if you're in that situation, would you rather play Logan Thomas or Luke Musgrave against the Chargers?
Logan Thomas.
Probably Logan Thomas. Yeah,
Said a lot for Musgrave, doesn't it?
it does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
right,
it's just
Tom-
the matchup too. Like, like
Yeah,
the Giants are
and
going to
Tom-
give so many opportunities to just have the ball that like there should, in theory, be a lot of these players getting a lot of points.
yeah, realistically, yeah. But like Thomas hasn't been terrible. Like he's never killed you as a tight end. He's been that 5 to 6 point floor and then 12, 15, 16 point ceiling. Like he's not killing you. It's just it's not exactly a nice play to have to make. Like
Yeah.
Question from All in One Show. I have Brees Hall and Montgomery as my running backs. Also have Achan. Who should I replace if Achan plays on Sunday? I'd be dropping Hall for Achan, I think. You got to double check the Jets matchup.
The Bills.
Montgomery have the Bears and Brees Hall has the Bills. Is that what you said, Joe?
Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would drop on.
Yeah, I haven't been that tuned into how Hall's been doing, but from everything I've heard, it's not been great.
He's had a couple of right good weeks lately.
Yeah,
Not
he's been
not
alright.
last week or the week before, but week 8, week 6, week 5.
He's
That's
been
it.
okay.
Yeah, if Achan's a go, I'm playing Achan over Brees Hall.
Yeah, 100%.
I'd agree.
I just feel like even if Achan only gets like 5 carries, he could still get like 150 yards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Tampa Bay at the 49ers. Like the Tampa Bay have had useful fantasy pieces. Like Evans has been decent. I know he's had a couple of drops recently, but he's still been decent. Rashad White's been putting points up. He's not been good, but he's been putting lots of fantasy points up. So like you're probably going to roll with Rashad White this week.
Yep.
I don't think you do it too comfortably against 49ers, so that's the only thing.
Well, like would you go with Rashad White or James Conner against Houston?
I'd probably go with Connor.
Yeah, so would I probably lean that way.
So where is the line we're going to hit then? Jerome Ford against Pittsburgh or Rashad White?
Rashad White.
Probably go White too.
What about Rashad White or Tony Pollard?
White.
Carolina.
I go White.
Yeah,
Pollard
probably would lean White as well, yeah.
like even last week, Pollard didn't have much for a week.
No.
We don't really need to discuss Christian McCaffrey. He's a straight up go. We'll double back to the quarterbacks because it might be an interesting conversation. I don't think there's anything that would make me play Baker Mayfield this week.
No, and he's been consistent like the last 3 weeks, 24, 23, 21. Like it's just super flex. You'd be comfortable playing him, but one quarterback leagues, there's gotta, even though it's been a bad year for quarterbacks, there's probably not someone better on the waiver wire.
And then Brock Purdy, that's like I'm playing Brock Purdy pretty much the rest of the season, I think.
Yeah, you probably can, yeah.
No, I'm not. If I could find a better option, I'm not playing Brock Purdy. He's that's his best week was last week. He had 3 really average weeks, and he's had a good few weeks where he's had 2 to 3 weeks now where he's had 8 points. Is it under that 8?
No, you'd only 1 week with 8 points.
One week with 8 points, 13 points another week, 18 points isn't really good enough to win you a game, and 14 points isn't really good enough to win you a game. 19 points at under 20 for a quarterback isn't probably good enough to win you your matchup that week. And he's done that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks.
He's a lot of tasty matchups coming up, though. Like after Tampa, he has at Seattle, who can't defend the pass, at Philly, who can't defend the pass, Seattle again, Arizona, who have no DBs, Baltimore in week 16. That's rough, in fairness. But then you're at Washington again.
Yeah, like, look, I'd be on the side of having him on the roster there, like sticking him on the bench, seeing where it goes this week, and maybe if he does score 25 to 29, 30 points again this week, then maybe play him next week. But I'm not jumping in off the big week. I think Brock Purdy could potentially hurt you a little bit this week.
Yeah,
Christian
fair enough.
McCaffrey. Oh, sorry, Jamie. You're going to hop in on Purdy?
No, I just that's fair enough. But I think you probably play him. I think you're right. There probably is a better option, But if you need to stream a quarterback, I think he's a streamable option.
Christian McCaffrey, we don't need to talk about. Move on from him. Brandon and I, Debo, they were both very good last week. I think they're just both fire them up at this stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no one really I'm interested in playing over one of those two. Like, would you play Devonta Smith against Kansas City, or are you going to play either of those options?
Yeah, I play one of the two of them boys.
Yeah, I think so.
Mike Evans, he's a go, but what about Godwin? It's been very bad for Godwin.
No, Godwin shouldn't even be on a team anymore.
You're going to rage drop him to the wire.
Definitely, he should have been gone, man. What I done to Trevor Lawrence should have happened to Godwin in every league. Just been like, you're terrible. You're not good enough for this team. You're bringing down the atmosphere. Get out.
Even a fucking pep talk.
Yeah. He's ruined Derrick Henry on me this year.
You could sneakily look at K. Dotton if you wanted, but I think it's probably a suicide note if you put him in your team.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. No, I wouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, no.
And then George Kittle's a fire up. Don't worry about that.
Yep.
The Jets at Buffalo. The Buffalo side of this is quite interesting because it's been bad. But can you bring yourself to bench Josh Allen?
No, I don't think you can, because what did Josh Allen go as? A second round pick in most redraft leagues?
Yeah, and let's call it spade a spade. That was his first probably really bad week all year. He's played in that.
Bad week against the Giants as well, but it's been pretty good every other week.
They seem to struggle against bad teams. Makes no sense, but that's when they seem to struggle. I think they'll be fine here because the Jets are half decent. Yeah,
the defense for the Jets is good, but like the offense is going to give you plenty of time.
Yeah, I wouldn't panic too much about them yet. Yeah,
like the Jets struggle against a team who can run the ball well and control the clock. That's when the Jets start to really struggle, because the defense just can't be out there that long. And I don't know, do Buffalo have that in them unless they're going to really rotate Cook and Murray this week? Because I don't know, Cook in any of the games I've watched lately, Cook hasn't looked anywhere near what he was at the start of the year. He looks like he's a little bit off the pace the last couple of weeks, more than a couple of weeks even. So does Murray start taking a bigger share of that?
Maybe we get Leonard Fournette. I still haven't seen enough.
Yeah, I don't think we do. Did you see the pictures of him from the camp?
His hamstrings.
Can't even see them. The belly's going down and around the back. Man's nearly 300 pounds. I think he's like 270 or something.
We had a Breece Hall discussion earlier. It's not been brilliant, but you might be in a situation where you have to play him.
Yeah,
I think Breece Hall is fine. I think we all expected a lot out of Breece Hall, and he just didn't really get to that heights. But he's still the running back 15 on the year. He's been tipping away nicely. He's getting you 9-10 points every week. Just not probably not what you wanted, but like Cook on the other side is the exact same thing. Is that Hall is getting all the ball,
Yeah, Garrett Hall hasn't killed you as much as what Barkley has killed you.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, that question comes straight up then. Hall versus Barkley. Who would you play?
You're playing Hall.
Like all, yeah.
Garrett Wilson's questionable for this game. Are you going to play him?
If it's look, it's a game time decision. See what way it goes. If he's healthy, I'll be playing him. If he's not, no.
Fair enough.
Obviously.
We recommend you don't play your injured players.
Yeah.
Fantastic analysis.
Sometimes it happens, man. Sunday, a couple of beers, sitting down. You're like, oh damn, I forgot to change my team.
Yeah, it happens.
The Buffalo side, then we didn't really touch. You were going to play Cook anyway, and you're not going to look anywhere else at running back. But then the wide receiver position is just Diggs, really. That's all it is, really. You're not playing Davis, are you?
Diggs is an interesting one though now this week, isn't it? Like with the bust up after happened between him and Josh Allen, he made it real public with the Instagram post saying that Josh Allen basically said he was done. Like, is there now going to be like a bit of a, well, fuck you, I'm not throwing you the ball now. Like, Joe, we'll get this done. I'll get this done without you. You threw me to the wolves, Joe.
I don't know. Can he get it done without him when Gabe Davis is the other guy?
But like, it'll be interesting. Like I'm still on the side to play Diggs this week, but like Diggs to me feels like one of those guys that could potentially burn you bad this week just because of that. The little spat the two of them had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it goes,
over it though, are you?
no, I hope. Like, it goes either one or two ways. So you put the fire under him or he does collapse altogether, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
like
just
it had to happen right after the trade deadline in the NFL. Like,
yeah. Like, I
Johnson, then you're just going to play him at tight end. He's been very good.
Yeah.
Seattle at the Rams. I think there'll be a lot of fantasy points in this game. Would that lead you to play either of these quarterbacks if you're stuck? I don't feel like it's a week for streaming quarterbacks, though, is it? Like,
Smith had the big week last week, right? You play him at your own risk, you know. I personally wouldn't start Stafford either. But if you're stuck for someone, you probably go Smith, like.
no, yeah, but like you'd want to be desperate.
Yeah.
what about Stafford on the other side? No interest?
No, God, no. Go away from me.
The running back for the Rams, has Henderson been any good?
I don't know. Then has Henderson been any good?
I
don't think.
right now.
I think he's had like two half decent weeks, like 10s or 12s, but like the last week he played, he was terrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they didn't have Stafford that week either, and they've really struggled to move the ball.
Fair.
You know?
Yeah.
So I would like that was what they played the Packers that day. It was the worst game of football I've ever seen in my life. So you know, I wouldn't rate anybody in that game. He'll be a bit better, but yeah. So I think there's still better options of running back than Henderson. Like,
yeah, you need like. No, go on, Dan. Go on.
You're Kenneth Walker on the other side.
Yeah, I think you're playing Kenny Walker, aren't you?
all day.
19 points, coming off of the big game.
Yeah, you're not interested in any of this Charbonnet nonsense yet.
Not yet, no. Like I thought Zach Charbonnet would be a bigger feature in the season at this point. I thought they'd be after splitting them carries a lot more, but I'm Kenny Walker owners. I don't think I have to be too worried. I think he's going to continue to be the main part of that backfield for the rest of this season, anyway.
Yeah.
And then your wide receiver options, were you just firing everyone up in here and seeing these teams and hopefully they beat the shit out of each other?
Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe it, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, just hope the passing attacks catch fire, because I feel like they probably can in this game, because neither team can defend the pass that well.
Yeah. Should be a high scoring week, realistically, it should be for this game.
DK, Cup, Nakua, Lockett, it's probably Smith and Jigba's probably the line.
Yeah, maybe you get away with Tutu Atwell, maybe, but I wouldn't do it. But if you're in that position and you want to play Tutu Atwell, go for it. Might catch a touchdown. Wouldn't be my play.
I wouldn't. No, I think you play Smith and Jigba. I think if you needed a flex option, you quite flex him up. But that's probably definitely the line.
Yeah, like would you play him or would you play Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis against the Jets.
I would probably play Gabe Davis.
I go Smith and Jigba.
I think I'd lead Smith and Jigba there as well. Would you go him or Jahan Dotson against the Giants?
Smith and Jigba.
Smith and Jigba as well. Who did you say, Jamie?
Yeah, Smith and Jigba. Yeah. Him.
And then there's no real tight ends we want to talk about in this game. Like you can look at Higbee, but geez, it hasn't been good. Like Minnesota at Denver. Josh Dobbs. Would you play Josh Dobbs or would you play Geno Smith against the Rams?
Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs. Yeah, he's been really good for the Vikings. Really good.
It's amazing what happens when you put a good team around a decent quarterback like Josh Dobbs who can extend plays.
Yeah. I thought Dobbs was alright for the Cardinals as well.
He was. They just didn't have any pieces around him. Like that was the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Like Kyler can get on all right with the Cardinals because he kind of elevates what's around him, whereas Dobbs, if Dobbs has good players around him, he does a good job. Well, he does a good job anyway, in fairness, man. Like,
but yeah, I get what you mean. Like he needs that better receiver and the better O-line than what Kyler would need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's kind of like Big Dick Nick, where he's just kind of like the middle, the median. He will just get you through.
I think for me, Josh Dobbs is better for the Vikings than Kirk Cousins.
I think so, yeah. I'd agree.
Would you play Dobbs then, or would you play Kyler against Houston?
I'd probably go with Dobbs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting take. Alexander Madison's the only show in town, so we're going to play. Is he out the concussion protocol, actually? He was concussed.
I don't know. Ty Chandler has been picked up a lot this week.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Madison's out.
Yeah, I still wouldn't go there.
He came back to practice on Thursday, so he was limited Thursday. I'm assuming he's going to be kind of a game time decision.
Okay, it's one to watch then.
Like it's not been great anyway, so like I don't think you're going to be too bothered if Madison plays or not. Like you're probably not playing him.
Javonte on the other side's been good, so you're going to play him anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, Javonte's in ahead of most people at this stage. Javonte's probably ahead of like Javonte or Pacheco against Philly. I'm probably even leaning Javonte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
If they get that, like the Broncos seem to have gone pure to a more kind of run first offense, and it's what's been really working for them the last couple of weeks. It's why they've been better the last 2 weeks than what they've been all season, because they're working off of the play action pass for Russell Wilson, and Javonte is carrying the load up the front. So then when you have guys like Sutton and Judy, they're starting to get open off play action. Broncos could actually start being a little bit more dangerous this year on offense.
I was actually looking at who I'm going to pick up to play during Kyler's Week 14 bye. And Russell Wilson actually has a good game in Week 14. I nearly got sick in my mouth trying to think about having to pick up Russell Wilson and play him in Week 14.
You always play Baker Mayfield.
Kyler has a bad week. He has a Week 14 bye, and then he has a bad Week 15 against the 49ers. So I was kind of like, oh, if I don't have to bye, I might have to play Russell Wilson those weeks. Then we have Cortland Sutton is catching touchdowns like mad. I would probably put Cortland Sutton in a push, but I wouldn't be going down to Jerry Jeudy. What about you guys?
Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah.
If Justin Jefferson is back, you just play him. You're not worried at all. You just go straight in with him. If he plays, you play him.
Yeah, the only thing is he is probably definitely going to come back in on a snap count if it's this week. If it's next week, I reckon he'll be full workload. I think if they're bringing him back this week, he'll be on a snap count.
Yeah, I think I still play him though. I prefer to go down with my studs than play some bum instead of Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
And then Addison, you're probably playing Addison straight out, are you?
Can do, yeah.
Yeah.
What did Addison do last week? 7 for 4 catches on 7 targets. Yeah. The problem when you watch Addison is he kind of gets all of his points on one play, so it's nerve-wracking as shit when you're watching him.
Yep.
And then Hawkinson is straight in. We don't need to talk about Hawkinson.
100%.
Philly at Kansas City. This is the Monday night game. Is there anyone you're afraid to start in this game, or are you just firing everyone?
Yeah, I think everyone is just thrown in for this one, bar the tight end on Philly side.
Yeah, Goddard's gone. Who do they have as the replacement tight end, actually?
Or Chungoy or something, or Chung, I don't know what his name is.
Okwubanam.
What?
Careful.
His name is Albert.
We'll call him Albie. Yeah,
Yeah, Albie will do, yeah. We're not playing him anyway.
No,
I think it's Okwubanam.
Yeah, no, it's Albert. Right.
Travis
Can't
Kelce.
say it. I'm not butchering the man's name again.
Travis Kelce's back from Buenos Aires, so fire him up, eh?
Yeah. He should
He
be well
wasn't in
rested.
Canada, man.
He was in Argentina, wasn't he?
Yeah, but you shut up. You didn't get it. Never mind.
The joke went over my head, whatever it was.
Yeah,
What
it really did. Yeah. We got 2 questions there as well, by the way. 3 questions, actually.
All right, well, finish this matchup and then we'll get our questions.
So sad that no one got to joke.
Yeah.
Just ruined your weekend.
Yeah, well, it didn't ruin the weekend. No, I'll be okay. About to get some food after this.
You don't sound it.
I'm hungry,
Right,
man.
There's nothing left to talk about in that matchup. Fuck it. We're moving on.
That is the matchup.
Start Dak at Carolina or Goff versus Chicago. Dak.
Dak all day long.
Dak, yeah.
Easy money.
I'm playing Dak over everyone all season. Saquon, rest of season trade value. Get him off your team as
Terrible.
quickly as possible. He has a horrible run and he has no way of moving the ball outside of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably a good question. What's the line? What's the lowest you'll trade Saquon for?
If it's a one-off season, like if there's no keeper, no dynasty, his value's in the ground, like.
Yeah. You don't need him, like.
No, I'm not giving up.
No.
I wouldn't even probably give up Kareem Hunt for him at the minute, because Kareem Hunt's at least going to get me 10 points every week.
Like, you probably can you get Kenny Walker for Saquon done? I don't think you can.
God, no, I don't think you can. No.
No, yeah.
You're not getting the RB7 for the RB24.
Yeah, I think you'd really struggle to get someone to say Barkley now.
Would you put Barkley with something and see, can you go get Eckler? Like, Eckler has an unbelievable schedule for the running
Yeah,
back.
but again, I, as the Eckler owner, you'd want to sell me Saquon with half the rest of your team, and then I'll give you Eckler. Like,
well, could you put Saquon and someone like Devonta Smith?
no, I don't think Devonta Smith gets started. I think if you upgrade that to AJ Brown and Saquon, you get Eckler.
Ah, geez, I'd want, yeah. Say you put like Saquon and like, could you even do Saquon for James Conner straight up? Like,
Probably gets done. I'd say in a lot of leagues that would get done.
Yeah.
Conner has a terrible schedule though.
Yeah, but like Saquon has a terrible team, so
Win-win.
it's like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, man, Saquon's tough. I don't know if we can even get him traded is the issue. Like, Offer Thielen for Marquise Brown or Thielen and Dobbs for Brown and McBride.
Stick with the Brown and McBride there. Stick with Marquise Brown. I'd say just see how Kyler gets on. Would be my take on that.
Yeah, like you have more upside. Like the Cardinals have a great playoff schedule for the wide receiver. Like I'd stick with Brown and just ride it out. Like,
yeah, I would like to get Brown. I think Brown they should get a lot better now with Murray there. Like,
yep.
Yeah, like this week was bad, but like it has to get better.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jackson. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tap on the bell notification.
The bell. Thanks for all the questions throughout the show to everyone. Thank you to you two for going through the games with me on a Friday evening.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it was my fault we rescheduled in the first place.
It's kind of all of our faults, to be honest. So.
Yeah, well, I started it. It was like the ripple effect. I had work obligations.
Right, that brings us to the end of the show. I now have to go and find the outro music, which I completely forgot to do as I was talking to you two. So it's going to start playing now.
Hey guys.
Audio Jungle.